This is my friend Ant. We've had a few camping outdoor adventures together, and today he's very kindly agreed to tell us about, you say it's one of your favourite tents?
Yes, it is.
And is a fellow gear nerd, and yeah, he's had a good bit of experience with this tent, and it's one that I've personally never seen, never pitched, don't know much about. So yeah, do you want to tell us what type of tent it is, what it's called?
Yeah, it's a 4-season tent by TarpTent. It's the Scarp 1 Ultra. It weighs in at 1.3 kilograms, thereabouts. And it's made from challenge sailcloth, which is not something you often see. It kind of looks like a bin bag liner. So it looks like a very inexpensive tent.
It's a very expensive bin bag liner.
Yeah, yeah. But no, I'm very happy with this tent. I have had some issues with it, but it still kind of wins out.
So we'll get on to those issues.
Yeah, definitely.
So where would you usually start?
Lay it out, and I do each of the 4 corners, usually depending on where the wind is going.
Oh, interesting the way it's like, wow, they're very like, just thinking my Nemo has the triangulated corners, but this is like...
So you've got these are like carbon fibre poles.
Oh, are they built in?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
That's why the pack size is so long.
Ah, yeah, right, okay. Well, this is the first time I've seen one of these being pitched, so this is very exciting.
But one of the downsides of this, I found, is that the sleeve is quite small. So
Oh, it goes on the sleeve, okay.
Yeah. So especially when it's like cold, trying to get it through here with really cold hands. It's going to be a nightmare.
I'd be a little bit scared about piercing the material.
Well, that was from the night we were out.
Oh, really?
Because it snapped and it came through here.
Wow.
Otherwise, it was fine.
Okay. Well, we'll talk about that night of camping shortly.
Yeah.
It's an interesting material.
Yeah, this is the sailcloth.
It almost looks like Dyneema. Oh wow, and just like that.
Again, these are quite shallow.
Yeah.
So they can easily pop out. Which is unfortunate. And then
wow, and then those are built-in poles then as well.
Yeah.
Very interesting. I don't think I've ever really seen a tent like this.
It's very kind of durable.
Oh, there's a bit of sun. Very, very rare for this part of the world. Nice. Okay, so it's like almost symmetrical. Pretty much is symmetrical.
So now these, at the moment, it's not freestanding.
Oh, okay.
But if you want it freestanding,
oh, I see. So
that's where the extra, these 2 extra poles come in.
Okay, right. So it's like a freestanding add-on.
I'll just show you here as well. You kind of got a little zipper here if you wanted a bit more extra ventilation.
Oh.
So you kind of thread that through there, and then when you kind of guy it out,
yeah, just a little bit more airflow.
It gets you a bit more airflow.
Does this come with this tent, or do you have to?
No, you pay extra for the.
Okay, for the freestanding.
To make it freestanding, and then you just kind of put the middle loop here.
Okay, so both poles go through the middle loop. Okay, yeah.
And then you kind of cross them over. You've got these little sleeves that kind of tuck through, and then again the little pockets. Just goes in there, and then you go to the opposite side. Little pocket.
Through the little pocket. Yep. Oh, and one there.
Velcro there. And then this is where these come in I see.
Oh, interesting. Wow, so it becomes fully freestanding then?
Yep. So once these two are on, I can then undo the 4 pegs.
Yeah.
And it's like say freestanding. So yeah. Oh, and then.
And I guess this is for extra guy lines.
Yeah, I've never used.
Yeah, I mean that feels very, very sturdy. Like. Yeah, so there we go. No stakes and completely standing. Yeah, and you can move it about. That's definitely a benefit of a fully freestanding tent. But I mean, this is fully freestanding.
Yeah.
Do you want to give us a wee tour inside?
Oh yeah. So you got extra vents here as well.
Extra vents.
Which the zipper comes down a bit. If you want to do that, and so that's a bit more ventilation there. I really like all the attention to detail they've kind of done here around.
Yeah, like secured.
Just to make sure it stays
secured the
robust.
edges. Yeah.
I'll show you one of my bugbears. It's magnetic.
Oh, it's magnetic. Oh, wow.
Yeah, the slightest gust of wind, and that will just slide off.
Oh, that's not great. Yeah. I mean, it's a nice idea. Like
it is
on paper.
With the Durston, they've got magnetic tie backs. They work flawlessly and really stick, but this doesn't. And with TarpTent's new sailcloth tent, they've gone back to using normal tie backs.
Oh, interesting. Clearly they got bad feedback then on that.
So if you want more
nice.
vestibule space,
and then you can. That's interesting.
Yeah, and I've gone for the mostly solid inner. You can get like a full mesh in it that kind of comes down to here. Oh, there you go.
I quite like the sort of solid inners. It feels really cozy.
Yeah.
I have that in my MSR is kind of like the hummock comes up quite high in the bathtub floor.
Yeah, you could kind of fit 2 people in here if at a push. You get standard kind of mesh pockets, and obviously the attachment points come off there, but that's fine. I'll just clip that back on.
Double doors.
Yep, double-sided.
Very impressive, and it is actually it's. I wasn't sure if it was double walled or single walled, but there we go. It is double walled.
Yeah, double walled.
Very, very comfortable. It's like a little car. Okay, so we're gonna run through a few questions for Ant here, so we can suss out this tent. So, well, number one, what made you choose this tent?
I was looking for a tent that could survive our Northern Irish weather. Come rain.
This is the exception. This is not normal. This is not normal.
Exception. This is another one day of our sunny weather. But yeah, high winds, rain. I wanted a tent that was waterproof rather than water resistant. So this material is fully waterproof. And I wanted something that I'd be comfortable in all year round. So summer, winter, and everything in between. And this tent kind of does that for me. I like my tents to be roomy, and even though this is a 1-person tent, realistically you could fit squeeze. You could fit a couple of people in there.
You could definitely fit 2 people in that.
Yeah.
How is this tent to pitch? Is it easy to pitch?
Pitching this tent it's okay, except during the winter months when your hands are fighting the biting wind and cold, and you want to be wearing gloves. Trying to pitch this with gloves on, it's just trying to get this arch pole through can be a bit of a pain. You have to just take your time a bit. With it. That's the only real issue I have with pitching it. Other than that, it's great. You just pitch out the couple of corners, put the arch pole in, pitch out the others, and you're basically done. These are optional extras to make it freestanding. Yeah.
Okay, so next question, and an important question when it comes to a tent. How does it handle the weather?
It handles the weather.
I think we need to mention.
Yeah, we do need to mention.
Okay, hang on. Just insert video of the last time you were out in this
Yeah.
tent.
The last time I was out in this tent, I did have an issue. I wouldn't fully blame the tent.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty extreme conditions.
It was pretty extreme conditions. I slept through the bad wind. You had the foresight of waking up and maneuvering your tent into the wind. I did not do that. The wind changed direction in the night, so the wind was just battering the side of it. The tent pole snapped. That's why I've got a little hole here now.
There was a very loud F word.
Yeah.
At some point I could hear from my tent, and I looked out and saw your tent not in the best shape.
The pole snapped, and yeah, it kind of caved in on me. That's because the wind was hitting this side, you know.
And to be fair to it, I think almost even a house would have struggled up there, and that it was extreme. So I feel like it's hard to blame the tent.
I've got one of those wind meters now, but had this been facing into the wind, there would have been no problems. Had I guyed out the sides, I don't think there would have been any problems either. But I did not guy the sides out. I did speak to the owner, I can't remember his name, of TarpTent, and he said that you shouldn't need to. He said shouldn't need to guy out the lines, so I didn't.
Has he been to Northern Ireland?
Very true. Again, that's what I like about this tent as well. The customer service. Once I posted on Instagram, oh no, I've had a little mishap with my tent. They reached out, they replaced the pole sections for me free of charge.
That's amazing.
So I can't really grumble. And now I know I'm always going to go out the sides. Should survive that kind of weather again, and no problem.
Never leaked. Good.
Never leaked. Like I say, this is waterproof. It's just brilliant. I always use a ground sheet. This never had any water ingress into here. The bathtub is in two sections, which does worry some people.
I'm pretty sure that I've seen that. It's taped, is it? It looks.
Yeah, I think that's taped. And I've never had any issues. And you've kind of got these little flexible joints here to kind of keep the sides up. Same with the sides here. So
very sturdy looking.
Yeah, you don't get any water bouncing either.
So we want to give that. We're going to say that's pretty good in weather.
Yeah, I'd say it was good. Even though I have had a pole snap, I would still.
just don't take it up a mountain in Northern Ireland in flipping gale force winds.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell us some of the pros? Some of the things you really like about this tent?
Yeah, I like the size of it. I like how much room I have inside. I like the fact that when I'm in it, I feel safe and secure.
Very cozy.
Yeah, it's cozy, and despite the pole snapping, I still have confidence.
It's really cool the way that it can be. If you want to save some weight, it doesn't have to be. You don't have to take the freestanding set. So
you don't have to take these poles,
which I think is really cool. But you do have the option if you wanted to be freestanding.
This adds extra stability as well during the wind, during heavy winds. So I kind of tend to take them anyway, just because they're light enough. And
I think also another thing that I could imagine being quite useful is see the way it's quite steep at the side, so your quilt or sleeping bag isn't going to be right up against the ends.
You never have your head close. You never have the head close, because like I say, it's got these built-in poles which keep. There's a middle pole as well, which I don't really see, but that kind of keeps the middle up as well. It's
on the heavy side for a through hiking tent, but for a 4-season tent.
For the kind of camping that I would do, it's just one night, go up some mountains for 1 or 2 nights, come back down. It's perfect. Like I say, some of the negatives, I think we've gone over. The magnetic clip here.
Okay, the magnetic clip,
is just pointless. I never use it because the slightest gust of wind and it blows off.
But interesting to hear that it sounds like they're aware of that.
Yeah, they are aware of it, and in their latest versions of their tent they've gone back to using clips. And the pole sleeve.
The pole sleeve, yeah, looked a little bit
that in
fiddly.
during winter is a bit of a pain.
Yeah.
Despite being the only tent that failed on me, it's still my favourite.
Well, that says something for how much you like this tent.
Yeah.
Would you recommend it?
Oh yeah, I definitely recommend it. If you kind of want it, if you're kind of wanting a tent that you can take for like your day here for like windy, rainy conditions, like for Northern Ireland, I'd say this tent is great for that kind of stuff.
Yeah, UK climate.
Yeah, you know, when the temperatures are getting down to like, you know, -10 or something like that, it's wonderful. It's got enough ventilation. Fairly pricey, but I did a lot of research before I bought this tent, and I figured the price was worth it. For a dual layer, fully waterproof, pretty much windproof tent, despite the yeah.
Okay, well, so it seems to be, by the signs of it, very good tent for like some really harsh conditions.
Yeah.
But not really, maybe not for a through hike. But
Yeah,
so depending on what you need it for, it seems like it's pretty good, sturdy old tent.
Yeah, I wouldn't take this through hiking just because of the weight of it. And everyone's kind of got their own needs and thoughts on what they need, and this was my thoughts and what I needed, and it's worked out really well.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Great. Well, thank you very much.
All right.
And I think that's all we have to say. If anyone would like to review any more tents, be sure to comment below this video. He's got a few. He makes me feel better about my collection of tents that seems to be growing by the minute.
I don't through hike.
But yeah, if you have any questions, yeah, put them on the video and maybe we can answer them.
Yeah.
And yes, and thank you for doing the review.
No worries.
Bye bye. Bye. Bye.